Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We've got a Division 7 semifinals match between University of Florida's B team and Santa Clara University. I'm joined once again by the one and only National Master, John Williams, also known as Butta on Twitch.
Hello.
John, tell me, what are you excited to see in this Division 7 matchup?
I just want to see some fighting chess. I want to know who wants to visit their respective home theme park more badly, you know? Is
Yeah.
it Santa Clarita that wants to go to Magic Mountain? They want to Superman that the ride? Or is it a small world after all? And we'll see Florida going to going to Disney World. You're going to Disney World. Either way, it should be an incredible time for the winning team and for the losing team. Um, Great fodder for next year's motivation to win and get back. So yeah, but I mean, look, I got to keep it real. My heart is definitely with Santa Clara here.
Well, we've been following them since like a couple rounds now. Like we watched a lot of these matches. We've kind of grown a bond with Scuba Steve. You know,
True.
apparently his name is a reference to something that I've never heard of.
Big Daddy, man. Come on, dude.
um,
Killing me.
I've been watching Scuba Steve for years and didn't know. But
My lord.
yeah, that is Santa Clara's captain. Um, don't see the game yet. We also saw Lancer. Oh, I see the games now. All four games are underway. So Scuba Steve just started. It looks like he's playing a French. Oh, a French exchange. Your favorite.
Ugh. Oh god.
Against
Oh
Nate.
god, dude.
Oh, and C4. Hey, last time we
Uh,
saw this earlier today, White won. So
well, wait. Okay, yeah, now I'm firmly in Santa Clara camp because at least Scuba Steve is not choosing to play the exchange. It's Florida that's choosing to play the French exchange here, which that's unacceptable.
it's been settled now.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, we gotta watch Lancer. Lancer, who was in the chat earlier, and looks like they're up a pawn. So let's see what opening this was.
True.
Piert's defense.
Yeah, looks like some kind of modern.
Just blundering the e4 pawn.
Just a free pawn for nothing, huh?
Oh, but Black's trying to give it back, perhaps. But no, I guess. Oh,
I don't think so.
they're giving up the exchange. That's a pin on the knight. What do you do here? Do you play
Just
a6?
a6.
Yep. And now bishop back, and then just b5, I guess. Okay, so not losing the exchange.
But then takes on c6 and you take on a4 and knight takes a4 defends the b2 pawn.
So you're getting a pawn back?
Indeed.
So let's see. What's the line? Bishop a4, b5.
Hmm.
Oh, they're just taking here.
See, but this seems good. You know, b4 now. b4 seems
b4
excellent.
b4 is a strong move, saving the pawn, kicking the knight, and
Then if
getting
you can
ready to play
exchange
c5.
knights and then it gets c5, dude, it's crazy. e5?
Oh,
e5?
e5, and
Closing down
now
your own bishop?
oh, there's bishop g5.
Questionable stuff
Oh,
here from
and then
Lancer.
e4. Isn't there knight takes e4?
I don't
There it
think
is,
so.
taking advantage of the pen. No.
Oh, I guess so. Wow, all of a sudden, this is looking like a potential huge upset for Heartline. What have we done here, Lancer? Oh no,
Lancer said, "Don't
B4
don't
was
go
just
too
so
hard."
free. B4 was so free.
Hey,
Ah,
we're getting a raid from the Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology Chess Club.
let's go, dude.
I believe that's probably also still Masharov. So you guys just played.
Ooh.
Um, I forget what division you're in. How'd you guys do? Let's see. Is that Division 5? No. Is that Division? Maybe 6. I'm gonna keep checking until I find Bangladesh or Bangladesh. Ah, it's Division 8. So Bangladesh just played California Institute of Technology. So we will play tomorrow. We just watched the other semifinal. Manchester won 8.5 to 7.5. Oh, so Bangladesh is playing Caltech tomorrow. And Manchester just beat University of Illinois Chicago 8.5 to 7.5. That's a super close match.
Wow. Huge.
Division 8 is actually, I think, the only division where the top 4 seeds made it to the semifinals. It's 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3.
That's hype.
Yeah. So Manchester just beat Illinois. And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see Bangladesh versus Caltech tomorrow. I don't believe we're watching that one, unfortunately.
Sad. Looks like we have a quick result here. Javier with a nice little pawn checkmate.
Yeah, so this is the board 1 from Santa Clara taking on the board 4. So not a surprising result.
That's a great start for Magic Mountain. And
Yeah,
another one, Heartline with the big upset over Lancer. Wow. Just, I think getting a little bit antsy, seeing this like E5, E4, like, oh, I'm gonna gain a bunch of tempi, missing the fact that all we need to do is win the B7 pawn. Solidify our position. B4 attacks the knight with tempo. Knight moves back. We go C5. Then we just go queen C7, take on B7. We're up a pawn. Our bishop on G7 has a nice, pretty diagonal. We're chilling, you know? But yeah,
yeah.
unfortunately, Lancer got a bit too excited, I think, with E5, then blundered E4, and yeah, that B7 pawn was a little bit too much to handle there.
Yeah, so just a collapse here from the Florida top board and a huge upset for Santa Clara. That's going to help them a lot with the board
Yep.
4 upset. Let's check in with Scuba Steve. How's the captain doing?
So the Steve Meister is an interesting position. Not sure really what's going on.
So initially, I like whites. We've got the rook and queen doubled on the e file. Uh, the queen is hit. I'm wondering if we can get the bishop to c3, try to target this f6 knight. But probably the knight's going to come into d5. So actually, maybe instead of rook d1, maybe bishop c3 was a good idea. Oh, maybe now still bishop c3 because that comes with tempo.
Why not just simply rook C1? Attack the C6 pawn. I don't know if I necessarily want to take the time out of this position to exchange on F6,
Yeah, but then we
personally.
win the e pawn, right? Unless black takes with their pawn.
Yeah, you
And
could just take
maybe,
back with a
yeah,
G
maybe
pawn, right?
maybe they should take with the G pawn because then the A pawn is weak.
Yeah.
But now, okay, now white can hold on to the A pawn because the queen's no longer hitting it. Rook B1's peculiar. Now I
See,
like
now
knight
we have knight
D5. Yeah,
D5,
I think
yeah.
we really should have taken that knight on F6.
And black plays it, Scuba Steve. And now even F5 potentially at some point. It seems like a nice logical expansion on the king side that also defends the E4 pawn, and also nicely, should this bishop stay on this diagonal, it gives black the ability to defend G7 with a rook on the 7th rank. So, not a huge
Uh,
fan of knight takes C3 at all.
yeah, the knight on D5 was really good. Just taking advantage of the light squares where the bishop couldn't really do much.
I think
Now,
I like something like H6. Just, yeah,
I was
give
liking
us
black.
time and Now I want to play e3. E3 for sure, I think is the move here. Oh, I forgot queen takes a2 is hanging, but
But now
I still
queen
like
takes
e3 better.
c6. There goes the a pawn.
Then there's queen takes a5, yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know, maybe rook b7. Yeah, tricky. I think a couple things might have been missed here. But more or less still even. Black is technically for choice because they're going to be up a pawn after they take on a5. Maybe we quickly look at Zach versus Justin Chen.
Oh,
Oh, and this
looks like
bishop's pinned. Wait, but yeah, c3.
c3. Could we not have taken on d3 instead? Because b1 was hanging. There's no queen takes c7. Ah, no, but bishop
There's
c1, right? What?
there is queen
Oh,
takes
interesting.
c7.
Yeah, because we take on b8 with check, right?
Yeah.
Very clever. Regardless, this is looking extremely good for black, who's going to probably play queen b4 or queen b3, a5, a4, a3, a2, a1
Now
queen
just c2 here.
in that order.
c2. I guess you blunder the p2 bishop, but it doesn't matter because you queen.
c2 is fancy.
I like it. So Zach, the board 3 for Santa Clara. Looks like they're going to go down here. Bishop takes, but now rook takes. Free piece. Queen's
Rook
hanging.
takes indeed.
What?
What? Queen c4?
Trade queens. Oh my god, 2.1 seconds. What is queen d2?
What is any of this?
Could we have traded queens and then taken on b2? I don't.
Dude, what am I?
And now
What am I
the
watching, man?
a pawn's running. What is bishop d4? Bishop rook a1. No. Bishop takes. Oh my god, not even taking. Doesn't even matter. What's happening, Zach? What are these moves? Gonna flag? Gonna move? He flags. He didn't have any more moves after that.
Wow.
So Justin stopping the bleeding for Florida, getting Florida on the board.
Nice. Big dub.
Now, can Florida tie it up here? That would be huge if Nathan can get a win here. I said Nathan. Maybe I should just call them
Nathaniel.
Nate or Nathaniel. Yeah, I mean, they registered as Nate.
Whoa,
Their
this is
username is
looking
Nathaniel.
sus. Probably there's queen e1 check, queen takes f2 here. Yeah, you can't stop that e-pawn. That should just be GG. Queen e1, queen f2.
So queen f2, if rook takes f7, do you sack the
You
queen?
just take, yeah. You just take immediately.
Whoa, pushing the pawn.
No, dude. Rook
But
takes
now,
f7 now.
rook f7 and the threat is taking on g7. You get a bunch of checks. Oh, but they
No.
take here. Queen takes e3 is like just crushing.
That should game over.
Wait, so king h2.
Queen f4 now.
Queen f4,
Scuba
queen
Steve.
f4, and the rooks are coming in. Yeah.
No, rook e2, rook e1.
Wow. So a couple things missed from both sides, but Scuba Steve is going to be now just queen. Wait, no, rook check. Give rook check.
Rook check.
Because if you give queen check, they can block on g2.
Queen g2,
yeah. So gotta be precise here. Now, does it matter which rook you give check with?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. That's okay. Easy.
Although, on principle, I like rook e2 because the rook on e8 is undefended.
That's a good point. So now we have queen block, but it's still gonna be mate. Now rook e2. Whoa.
No, not queen e4. Ay caramba. Queen c2. Oh no, can't play queen c2. Gotta go queen e2.
Imagine queen c2. That'd be so bad. So now queen d1. What?
It's fine.
It's not like as good though.
Okay, just take everything now.
We had like four.
Take on g3, man.
Yeah, you take on g3 and h3 both with check. He's trying to find some fork. Queen c1. Oh,
it's not gonna work.
Queen d2. Gonna threefold. Nate's low on
Dude,
time.
they're low on time. What are we doing here, guys?
That's why we gotta go for mate. Rook G1 or G2. What are these guys doing?
This
G5.
is
There it is. Pawn takes. Yeah.
yep.
F4.
G4. Oh man. All
Uh,
right, F4.
King up.
F4.
F4.
Please, I'm begging you.
What's the now Queen F2 is a huge fork. Yeah. You wanna
Thank
you
the
wanna
Lord.
keep the you wanna keep the rook on the second.
Oh no.
Don't take the pawn. Don't you dare take the pawn. Oh my god. So low on time, Steve.
Finally F4. Holy. All right, just go Queen D2. Easy.
Queen D2.
Easy. There you go. King F3.
Bringing the
GG.
king in. There it is. Queen G2 next. GG. Okay, sloppy, but got the job done.
We got there eventually, but
There was like forced
man,
knight in 3 with the queen and rook
like
still
10
on.
times.
All right, we got Lancer versus Zach. Big matchup here. Can Lancer answer back after losing to Jack Hartline, the board 4 from Santa Clara?
The
Zach,
Lancer answer?
Lancer's answer. Fun fact, in high school, my mascot was a Lancer.
Uh, Fun fact, my high school mascot was the Pride. We were the Pride of Lions. We weren't the Lions. We were the Pride.
I think you told me that in a previous match when we were talking about like
Lions?
USC and ASU connection with the colors, and your fight song or whatever was the same as theirs or something.
That sounds like something I would have said, but I'm surprised you remember it because I don't remember that at all. Maybe I was a bit sleepy,
Well, I
potentially.
remember you saying that you guys were the Pride.
Yeah. You were like, that's an interesting, fun fact. I'm gonna remember it. That's what I imagine you thinking when I said that.
Um,
Oh, we got to tune into JFC. JFC versus Hardline. This is going to be a juicy one. We got a King's Gambit,
King's Gambit.
1700 versus 1200. This is
Let's go.
anybody's game. I wanted to see D5 there from Hardline.
So, do you accept the King's Gambit?
No,
You just play
no way. Never will I do that.
never.
That's for psychos. Um, I think I normally play 2 knight f6, which I don't think is good. But it's fine. It's fine. Um, let's see. What else do we have here? Anything interesting? Frankly, no. I say we stick with the old King's Gambit. Although I don't really like what JFC is doing here. You know, with this Bishop B5 and like first you go Bishop C4, now you go Bishop B5. Like
Stick to one.
you just gotta do it. You know, like maybe an H3 could have been really fun after Bishop G4.
Yeah, because if if Bishop H5, I'm assuming you just play G4. You going for that?
Yeah. Oh, I'm going for it.
You're full sending it. I mean, when you
You
play the
bet your
King's
bottom
Gambit,
dollar I'm going for it. Especially if, Bishop G6, F5, Bishop H7, G5. Our bishop is still on C4, so they take on G5. We have knight takes, and then there's all the threats on F7. King H1, Rook G1 is coming. It's all there. But,
oh,
oh,
trading and now knight D4, a fork on the rook and the bishop. Luckily, the bishop's defended, but yeah,
Rook H3, I guess.
the bishop on C4 was definitely better. Um, just pointing at F7, that's a pretty common weakness out of
Now
these
knight
openings.
takes C2, winning a rook.
Oh, knight C2 fork down. So
Yep.
I guess we needed rook F2 there. So black is deciding. Do I take the bish or do I take the rook? Probably you want the rook because
Take the rook.
the bishop on b5 is not a threat. It's just kind of staring off into space.
Yeah. And here I'm like, I dare you to take on h6 with the rook, bro. I dare you.
Yeah, what's the follow up there?
Yeah, JFC, what's the follow-up there?
Well, what's Heartline's follow up after rook takes f6?
Rook takes h6. I'm taking on a1. Give me the rook. Give me the rook.
Oh, well, no, it's black's turn right now. They can take on a1.
Okay, yeah, I took on a1.
Then rook h6.
I think white should just resign.
Dang.
I don't know, maybe c6 or something.
Are they worried at all if f takes e5? Oh.
h5,
So
no,
now
heartline.
rook b1. You save the
Yeah,
rook.
c6 anyway. c6, b5, knight d4.
c6, bishop a4, and you said knight d4 or b4?
Yeah, go knight d4.
You want to go to
D
d4. Yeah.
is in
King's David. You heard Yasser say that
what? What are you talking about?
when he says like when he's calling out like Pomos or something, he'll be like King David for it. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I've heard people say different things for the D file, is all I'm trying to say. And look, dude, he's
I
trying to
don't
hang
think
his rook.
I don't think I've ever seen I don't think I've ever seen here it's not as good though. I think you have to take back on e5.
So knight
But
takes
yeah,
a1, there's bishop a or h6.
I don't think I've ever seen Yasser commentary.
What? Full stop?
But
You've never seen Yasser commentary?
no, I don't think so.
Okay, knight g4 here for black.
Knight g4 here for black is quite the move,
For
Mr. Brewski.
for sure.
That's very tricky because we're also starting
There's
queen d4 check.
oh, queen d4 I missed. I was thinking after knight g4, maybe there's rook takes. Dude,
Nah,
imagine if our bishop was on c4 right now, dude.
dude, imagine if our bishop was on c4.
Imagine. Could
There
you
would be queen
imagine?
takes g6 check, followed by queen g7 mate.
That's a main too. So that's a threat. Again, knight g4.
Oh! And so he's like, I'm just gonna put it there.
So the
Don't take
bishop,
the rook.
he's
Don't
played
take the
bishop
rook.
c4 twice.
Heartline, don't take the rook, man. Now is not the
No,
time.
there's
You missed your
no
chance.
way. No way he takes the
Don't
rook.
do it. Dude, he's gonna take the rook.
No shot.
He's gonna take the rook.
He's playing knight g4.
Dude, he's gonna take the rook and thinking that, oh, he doesn't
Uh,
take the rook. But
now,
now, no rook takes h5. But, dude, I want so much juice here. Give me the juice.
give him the heat. Can we, dude? I want to.
Imagine this. Bishop, d2, and then queen g5.
What about rook f1? The problem is we lose our bishop. I wanted to take on f6 and then take on h5. No, but then bishop takes guards g7. Never mind. Uh,
Imagine this.
okay, taking the rook. Oh, takes. Now we take on
Take it over.
f7. Take on f7. Take on f7.
Take on f7, but then queen takes f8. And you just like defend everything after queen takes king h8. Although I guess you have bishop takes check and then bishop takes h5. Unless there's king h6 there. Maybe is there like queen f2 here? threatening both rook f3 and maybe queen d2, queen c1, winning the knight.
Computer likes bishop f7, queen takes f8, queen takes g6,
King
king
h8.
h8, and then knight d5.
Okay, computer.
Knight d5, that's a sharp one.
And I think
Okay,
Radiohead is my least favorite band of all time.
I don't get the reference, I'm sorry.
They had an album called OK Computer. A lot of people consider it one of the greatest albums of all time.
I'm looking at Lancer now versus Zach. Oh, we have a timeout. So Zach goes down, trying to catch up on these moves.
It looks like he was winning too. That's really unfortunate. Bishop f5 probably got the job done.
Zach too slow. Lancer gets their first point on the board. We're going back to, let's check on Javier real quick versus Nathaniel. Javier looks to be up a whole night. Ooh, e3 trying to undermine the control of g3. So Nathaniel fighting on here, but
Queen g4 though.
yeah, queen g4 is looking good. Queen g4, dude. Are we threatening like some crazy like queen g7 ideas?
Probably not. But maybe can you play just knight f5 straight away here?
I don't know. It's a spicy position.
That's one of spicy. Meet the ball. Meet the boy.
But the question is, can Nathaniel handle the spice?
Also, I'm still interested in this Heartline JFC game. I think Heartline could get his second big upset here.
Dude, Heartline.
Knight d4 looks really strong
So
to
let's
me.
see.
Knight d4 and b5.
Queens up here, there, back, check over. So this black knight took the rook on a1 and lived to tell the tale. They've returned to battle with tempo as well on the rook. So now we have knight check.
Knight f6? Dude, take it and play b5. There's back rank mate.
Oh,
It's just a
b5.
3p.
b5 is funny.
Come on, Heartline, you can find it. You got 10 seconds. Come on. Let's
There it
go.
is. 13
What a
seconds.
find
He's
with
crushing.
13 seconds. And black is just completely winning now. His king's totally safe.
That's a heartbreaker there. Justin Chin, board 2 from Florida, pinned to the back rank.
Dude, does that mean that Heartline beat the top two players from Florida in the first two rounds
Back
as
to
the
back.
bottom seed?
Yeah.
Assuming he wins. There's also quite a lot going on in this Javier game. They're both getting low on time, which is pretty
Yeah,
fascinating.
that's what I was saying. This is a spicy game. So what we did have knight f5 and now
Oh, he
we
just
queen
blundered
c8.
mate and like, oh no,
Wait,
not mate, but
queen
he
f2.
blundered queen takes f2 check.
How'd you miss that? He's still hanging. Queen f2. Queen f2, king h. Oh, and he didn't do it.
Oh my god. Knight takes
Javier,
e3
what is
now.
this?
Just knight takes e3.
What is this? All right, that defends the queen as well. Oh, rook takes, but now queen takes queen, and then you win the exchange.
And then the rook.
Well, it was for
So
the
the
knight.
full rook.
But yeah, up a full
Crazy.
rook because they were up a piece before.
Heartline's still super low on time here. He could screw this.
Let's see, up a knight, very low on time, but no, there's got to be so many checks. Like the knight's circling in for checkmate. Black threatening queen f4.
Queen f4 now.
Queen f4 anyways,
Knight
trading down.
takes. Oh, I don't like pawn takes.
Pawn takes, just connecting the pawns, you know?
But ungiving yourself a passed pawn, and now that the pawns aren't connected anyway.
Dude, we need a better.
Knight c3.
we tried
Oh
saying that.
no, dude.
Oh, knights are notoriously bad at stopping past pawns, but luckily this knight can control b8 very smoothly.
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't mean that this king and other king and pawn ending is winning.
King g3 though, and you just push like either pawn, right? Wait, h3 was there. Oh my god, no.
This is drawn.
He needed
Uh,
h3 instead of f3. He messed up. Can he bring the knight in for mate or something?
no. B8
Dude.
queens with check.
Ah, why? Why? Why would you go G or F3 instead of H3?
And we also saw a draw in the other game. Scuba Steves versus Bandit Rebel.
We weren't watching that one as much.
Yeah, it appears
That's always so
Scuba Steve was
sad.
just winning. He was like up a full piece.
It's so sad when you're up a whole night, but it doesn't matter because you can't mate with it. So that happens in
Speaking
both
of being up
games.
a knight and not winning, Scuba Steve up a clean knight
That's
and
what I'm
could not
saying.
win.
So, okay. Javier got their second point, right? Yes.
Yes.
Lancer got their first point. And then we had two draws, Justin and Ashwin against Scuba Steve and Heartline.
Wow.
So right
What a
now,
second round.
Santa Clara is up 2 points going into the second half of the match. Round 3 now underway. Oh, man.
Well,
So yeah, I guess taking with the pawn there. You said take with the knight, and you still have the passed pawn.
endgame 101.
Yeah, but also h3 first to be left with the f3 pawn is also winning. But
But even doing that
you
allows it to get
require
really tricky.
yeah
Allowing white
you force
to
yourself
get
to
the
find
pass
the right
pawn to
one.
begin with. Like after there was a4 and then b4, and black could have played after a, or it was b4 a6, and
You just leave the pawn
there
instead of trading, is what you're saying.
there no, black could play like knight c3, attack the pawn on a2, force a3, knight b1, force a4, then knight back to c3. You either force a5 or b5, and then you exchange. And white doesn't. The point is white doesn't get a passed pawn. And then since white doesn't have a passed pawn, you can bring you can like afford to bring your knight over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think also like the point I was trying to make is after the move b5 for white trying to make a pass pawn, instead of
a5.
trading, yeah, just play a5 because like your knight can catch the b pawn and you're still left with the a pawn and you can win the a pawn later, and you'll
Yeah.
have a passed a pawn.
So like if you get the same end game, right? You sack the h pawn, you bring your king all the way over, you take the a pawn, and then you take the b pawn, and right, you even though it's a rook pawn, you have the knight, so it's like a win, right?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
just leave the a pawn on is the there are a
Man,
lot of ways to win that. So that was a big draw for Justin, but getting away
who
from Heartline, who's the board 4.
and speaking of Heartline, man, he's got another good position. Like, look at what White is doing here. He put his bishop voluntarily on a2 and then closed it with c4. Really weird stuff, and Heartline's just got a really nice, comfortable position. I might play like knight h5 here. Knight h5, potentially going for like a queen f6, bishop takes h3 idea was very interesting.
I really want to see Scuba Steve versus Lancer. These are
I'm very interested in that game as well.
so Lancer
Position
top
is
board,
extremely dry, unfortunately.
Scuba team captain.
I think I probably prefer Lancer's
What
position here.
if Lancer plays h6? Does White have to take on f6? Is that
Yeah,
what's the
that's
deal
what it
there?
looks like to me. And that
So
looks like a great deal for black.
Trading rooks
Chooses to take on
first.
e1 first. I don't really understand that.
Yeah, probably not ideal. Wow, rook b8 pre-moved. uh,
Feels a bit like lazy almost. So what do we do here for Scuba Steve? H3 seems
h3.
sensible. You might even do what you were planning to, what black could have like done to white, right? Like h6 and threaten g5, bishop h4. So bishop f5, we play g4, force the bishop to go to e6, and then we can take it, right? F takes is forced, and then maybe we even have D. No, probably not D5. We don't want to allow knight C5, but
Yeah, but okay,
yeah,
g4,
I think
g4.
G4 is very good here. Very, very good here. You could even be reasonable and just go like queen back to D1, try to go queen E2 maybe, or queen D1, and now you're threatening D5 as well.
So Steve gonna find the g4 continuation. Force bishop e6. Oh.
A3, no, I don't like A3 at all.
And now black can continue with the h6 idea.
A3 feels like one of those moves like I don't know what to do here, so I'm gonna make a move that seems like it's not that bad.
Why weren't they wanting to play g4?
Probably just like a psychological thing. You always think like, oh, like I can't play that, or like it's not
Pushing pawns
good,
in
or
front
it's
of your
weak.
king.
It's like too weakening or whatever.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking about it like more concretely, I think that's like um a big like sort of leak in players' games around like the 1600 level is you kind of learn all the basics, like get castled, develop your pieces, control the center, all that sort of basic stuff. And that can kind of like guide your intuition on how to play like a decent game of chess. Um, but because you're kind of taught to learn chess that way at the beginning, you forget that chess is actually just a very concrete game. And that ultimately, that's what will like decide games. By the way, it seems like Black just blundered here. I don't know that I understand what the blunder is. Oh, wow. Is no?
It wants knight fd5,
And if pawn takes?
then the other knight takes.
And knight takes?
No, we take on f6 first. Sorry.
Yeah, but there's queen d8 at the end, right?
Queen d8. Oh my god, do we have is it the same rook
Oh,
e8
it's rook
tactic?
e8!
Yeah, dude, we've
What
seen that
the?
twice
Oh
today.
my god.
But there's no shot Steve finds that. Come on,
Dude, this is
come
an
on.
amazing position. But,
We could only see it with the help of a computer.
yeah.
Queen
I mean,
d1.
I saw the idea immediately, right? Like, the bishop
Bishop
takes
takes
f6, but I was like,
f6, knight
oh,
d5.
he has queen d8. That's so unfortunate.
And then, yeah,
Yeah.
rook e8's a nice finish there.
Does still work here
Can
amazingly.
I go back and show that? So let's see. No.
The funny thing
Turn
is,
off.
Lancer was trying to force White into it by playing h6,
It still won't let me do it.
which is pretty humorous. But anyway, yeah. The point is that sometimes around the 1600 level, you start thinking like, oh, like you kind of you play moves without thinking that much, and you're just like, oh, a3 like can't be that bad, right? But sometimes those moves are bad, not because they're intrinsically bad, but because you're missing other options that are more
you're
like forcing.
you're passing the initiative.
Yeah, it's a great way to put it. C5 here from White looks good to me.
I was thinking
C5, try to play
d5.
knight d6. The
Now
scuba man does decide on d5.
now maybe black plays c5, yeah. And now b4 is hit.
Now this is like a Benoni, basically.
Would you play b5?
Yeah, probably,
I feel like
to be honest. Look, could you just take and get a pass protected pass deep on? That also seems quite good.
maybe black takes on e4 first.
Okay, so like queen a4, b6 even is extremely interesting.
Hmm.
A4 is also good. There's a lot of options here,
Yeah,
honestly.
a4 is solid. Um,
This position is extremely double-edged. Like this could go either way, and it could just come down to a blunder. Queen d2, I like to control a5, not allow queen a5.
that's a good point. What about just like g4 again?
But then he takes on e4 maybe and
Just
goes queen
takes.
a5. Like queen d2 seems like, we'll just play like a solid move first. We have g4 in the back pocket. It's not like required. And also I don't like g4 as much when it's not as forcing. For example, black can choose to take on e4 or they can go bishop d7, right?
True. Okay, trading knights. Queen's coming in.
Here I'm probably going bishop e4
I'm starting to like
pretty quickly.
black. You want queen e4? No.
Bishop e4?
Oh, bishop e4.
Yeah, I would like to exchange the bishop pair
There it
as
is.
soon as possible.
There it goes.
There she blows. But
Low time
again,
for
just bishop
Lancer.
d7 I think is the way to go.
Let's shove
And
in.
it's pretty clear there for black. I think black
Oh,
is significantly better here.
Heartline's losing their first game.
Oh man. Hit a nice position earlier too. Too bad.
Yeah, Heartline just won a rook. Or lost a rook. His
Bandit
opponent.
Rebel is gonna win. He's just queening a pawn. He's calculating. He's like, what's the square of the pawn? Luckily,
He's
in
he's made.
online, you can draw arrows to show you
All right,
exactly
so
what the square of
Nate
the pawn
Nate
is.
gets their point. Justin's beating Javier. That's actually a big upset.
Really? Oh wow. Yeah, he's crushing the man, crushing his soul. A soul crusher. Hey, soul crusher.
That's, those are the lyrics?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
in another timeline. What's the move? Rookie two
For
on the radio, stereo, the way you move. Oh, that
wait,
blunders something
Queenie
apparently.
2! It's a back rank mate! Oh, Javier,
No,
the top boy.
dude.
Queen takes f3! Everything's hugging! Oh my god.
Javier escaping.
Justin, we were just saying
Wow.
how good the position was. Javier takes two back-to-back
Oh
free
man.
pieces due to the
How
back
did
rank
Lancer lose
blunder.
his queen?
Oh,
Dude,
what?
what happened here? Oh, bishop takes e4, I think was a huge blunder by Lancer. I think bishop d7 was necessary there, and queen d8 also so bad.
He's
Queen
giving up
f5
the
surely was the
f7
move
pawn.
there.
Rook takes king
b6 was
h1.
terrible.
Oh, trying to find some perpetual.
Yeah, it's clear that Lancer was like very
Wait, why aren't you going
inexperienced
back
on
to
how
rook
to play
f1?
these types of
Why
positions.
didn't they try rook f1 again? Why didn't they go for perpetual? Isn't that a they blundered perpetual and black just didn't do it.
Rook f3? Why did he go rook f3?
He had
No.
perpetual, dude.
Oh, but king g4 now and king h3, and it's still not like super obvious slash easy.
Oh, there's only two moves that went for white.
Yeah, I mean, what you have to do is you have
Queen
to exchange
e6
the queen for the rook,
or
and then the
queen
pawns
b1.
will beat the bishop.
Queen e6 or queen b1. So queen e6, king takes g3, and now what?
Queen e1 check, probably.
Queen check, King back to
King takes
h3.
H.
Go back to
Yeah,
h3. Queen g2. That wins the rook. That's
yeah.
easy.
King takes H4. I think was the move that
Dang.
needed to be played.
Whew, dude.
Unfortunately for Lancer, looks like Scuba Steve is gonna escape here. Yeah, those close positions can be really tricky, but I definitely think the biggest blunder that caused it all to fall apart for Lancer was the not Queen G8.
He's trying to stalemate. All queen takes, force the king to take, promote with check.
Um,
All right.
but yeah, I think Lancer's biggest blunder there was on not keeping the bishop pair for sure. Bishop D7 controls the E8 square, which is really important. Yeah. So
So let's look at Heartline. Oh, they're starting
an
another game.
interesting game here.
Wait, what happened in Heartline's last? Oh, Heartline lost to
He lost.
Nathan. Okay, so Scuba Steve, big point. That's gonna maintain Santa Clara's 2 point advantage. And he's 2.5 out of 3. So they're up 7-5. They only need 1.5 points to win in this final round. Also, shout
We're
out to
gonna need.
Sammy. I see Sammy Wall in the chat, a Florida resident.
Oh, maybe he could chaperone the Florida team's trip to Disney World should they win.
Sammy unfortunately isn't a University of Florida fan though. He's from Central Florida.
Is that where Orlando is?
Where is UCF?
Also, okay, where people say, "Oh, Central Florida." Okay, where the hell is the center of Florida?
Okay, he's
It's a
saying
weird
Orlando.
shape. Is it like the center of the peninsular part? Like people forget about the the,
The
the
Panhandle.
panhandle. Tallahassee.
He's saying it's Orlando.
All right. So he is gonna chaperone then.
Sammy, we're saying if University of Florida wins this match, they're gonna go to Disney World. So can
They're
you
going
take
to
them?
Disney World.
I
Yeah,
like
can you
we'll
take
do.
them? Can you babysit them?
It's funny. I mean, they're college students. They don't need. They're adults.
Mm, I met some college students, Joe.
They
That's
couldn't.
all
They
I'm
couldn't
gonna
go
leave
to
it at
Disney
that.
World on their own.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Sammy said he'll chaperone. I mean,
So
Sammy.
98 here required from Black, by the way, in Heartline's game, and Heartline once again getting a dominating position out of the opening.
Knight
Maybe a
coming in
Magnus
with
Carlsen could learn
tempo.
a thing or two from this guy.
Knight Queen D8. You think Magnus went to Disney World after he won the championship?
Yes. Bishop h3 now, maybe? Looks kind of interesting for Heartline. I would be happy to exchange that bishop for literally any piece.
You take the knight and then you want to play like knight into b6. Oh,
Knight
Kimi.
b6 now. Wow. Rook moves, queen takes c5, and then we take on b8.
Yeah, knight b6. Yeah, we take the knight on
Knight
c5.
b6 is GG.
Apparently, knight takes e5 is also crushing.
Dude, look at all those pieces on the back rank.
All right, Heartline, how do you want to
Just
finish this
blocking
off?
each other. I like the minor pieces in between the major pieces, so none of the major pieces are connected.
Yeah, it's like a
Knight
it's a
b6, there
Big
we go.
Mac sandwich.
And queen takes c5.
Queen c5,
GG.
dude. Queen c5, a beautiful finish. If he finds it, there it is.
Wow.
There it
What a
is.
gorgeous position, dude. King castled, rook's in the center, pieces
Textbook.
advanced forward. Look at every single one of Black's pieces is on the back rank. Every single one. You know,
Dude, Heartline crushing. And that's going to bring Santa Clara to 8 out of the 8.5 that they need. So he's a good board 4. This is a good mid-season
Heartline is
pickup.
maybe the single strongest player in the entire CCL. No
Ah,
exaggeration.
dude, I feel like Yale's board four is their team captain Maxime. He's done some really good work that I've seen.
Is it Maxime
Yes.
Bachir Lagrave in disguise?
No, Maxime Yeskolko. Uh, I'm pretty sure we've seen. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, now we just bring the queen back to b4. So clean. So
Indeed.
clean.
Let's see.
There's still knight
Let's check out
takes e5.
Lancer's game versus Javier. I feel like we haven't watched much Javier today. So looks like Javier is gonna have to play knight takes c3 here. And is Lancer just down a pawn? What happened to you?
Can we
What happened to
move the
you?
knight on
Oh no,
c6?
he's not down a pawn. Dude, the one thing I like about Lancer is that he's putting his rooks in the right place when he has
They're
the
flanking the d
isolated
pawn.
pawn. Although the thing that I don't like is this b3 move. b3, bad. Okay. I also don't like the bishop on c3 in general. How did that get there?
So we do see the knight
Yeah,
coming back.
I think after bishop takes c3 by black in the opening on move 8, white needed to play b takes c3, not bishop takes c3. There's nothing inherently wrong with having the isolated pawn, but the bishop being on c3 is extremely bad. You need the bishops to be like active and aggressive, and that bishop is just like a big pawn. And then
Well,
yeah, b3 is just super not good.
luckily for you, apparently bishop to b4 is just winning on the spot for white.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's too many pieces getting attacked. The rook on c8, the knight on e7, the rook on f8, the knight
So,
on
I mean,
e4. Everything is pinned.
okay, bishop b4, rook takes c1, queen takes c1,
Yeah.
and then rook e8. Is that not working?
I think you can take on e7 and then take on e4. Bishop can't take on e4 because queen c8 is back rank.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's an overload tactic. And
This knight takes
knight
c3?
c3 is the only move for black.
Knight takes c3, bishop takes f3 probably.
So, okay, there it is. Rook takes. So black gets out of the pen without
Oh yeah,
losing
bishop takes
material.
f3. If g takes, there's queen g5 check and you win the rook on c3. So what happens after bishop
Wow,
takes
bishop
f3? You have to take
f3. There's rook
you have
takes.
to take
You have to take
you
on
have to take
c8.
you have to take on c8.
That's rough for Lancer though. So Javier
But you're
finds
still down a
this.
piece, right? Oh wait, no. Okay. Yeah, take on c8, then take on f3. So unfortunate for Lancer, he doesn't find the bishop b4.
Rook c8, and now does black take on e2? They might be enticed, but that would be good for Lancer. Yeah, simply taking back on c. Oh, he does take on e2,
Wait,
allowing
no,
rook
now he's gonna
f8.
be down an exchange.
Yeah.
Oh, huge for Lancer.
So Javier, like I said, he got enticed by the queen there, but his queen was also hanging. So now he either saves his bishop or he takes back on f5, which he does. And Lancer has a glorious opportunity here, but knight and pawn versus rook. There's
Wow, incredible.
e5. So still chances here, f6 now. The kings are entering. And the knights can be tricky against these king and rook in games.
Definitely. But I have faith.
Yeah, this would be a huge point for Lancer to take down Javier, who is 3 out of 3 right now, top board for Santa Clara.
And that we keep Florida in it.
Well, I'm pretty sure Heartline's gonna win real soon. Um, up a bishop and 2 pawns. So that means on the rest of the boards, Florida has to win out. How's Justin doing against Steve?
He's crushing Scuba Steve, unfortunately, for the Scoob Meister.
Ah, so
So
okay,
that's going to be a win for JFC.
knight takes
And
e5.
then
Nice.
we need Nathaniel to beat Zach G, which there's potential here. This position is extremely weird.
Ooh, Zach is 0 for 3, but they're winning in this one. They're up 2 pawns.
Yeah, he's definitely winning this one. But
So
it's not trivial at all.
you mean it is trivial?
That's for darn sure. It is not trivial
So
whatsoever.
it's a clear win.
No, it's a clear win if it is trivial.
Trivial, I thought was like it's not clear.
No, trivial means it is clear. Trivial is like simple. If a win is trivial, it's like basic, you know? So like the base case in an induction proof is trivial.
Oh man, I don't. That's too hard. Also, hello to Hakeem. Good to see you from Asia Pacific.
Queen takes c8 is interesting.
Yeah, but no risk for Zach. He's trading
Also,
everything down.
Zach is just up
Rook
mega
c1.
time. And he could go rook c1 and
Yeah,
take
rook
the draw
c1.
for his team, and they could share the
Whoa,
championship.
he's going to e2. What is? I like rook c1 a lot. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. Rook c1 again, or rook g1.
I would like to see a win for Lancer, though. He's doing a really good job here
Yeah,
of playing this endgame,
he's
the rook
working
versus
the
the knight.
exchange. Yeah. Um.
Doing exactly what you're supposed to do.
Also, I really can never count out Scuba Steve. Honestly,
I'm
Scuba
low
Steve
key gonna count him out here. I'm sorry.
really against Justin here, only up a pawn.
H4 though is wacky.
Okay.
H5 is asking for Queen G5 complications. Heartline does win, so no chance for Florida to win in regulation.
Yep.
Can they luck box here? Finally, Rook C2. But now we're getting Bishop H5, Bishop takes F3 in Zach's game. Bishop H5.
Oh.
Come on, Nathaniel. You're 1700. You can see that. Ah, Bishop E8. Ah, oh, you're killing me, man. It's just literally attack a pawn. How hard could it be? It's like a single move. Yeah, and Lancer doing an incredible job here
There's a pass pawn.
of playing against this knight. That's just really well done.
Yeah, Javier's gonna get their first loss of the match. Lancer's gonna get a point here, but is it too little too late? So okay, looks like oh no. Okay. What are the odds? You know, we got opposite color bishops here. Up two
Hmm.
pawns for
It's like
Zach.
impossible for White to lose this game.
So you're saying it's gonna be at least a draw? Yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. So the draw should be enough to win it for Santa Clara, thanks to
Yep.
Heartline's win. So Nathaniel in a must-win situation, but down 2 pawns and opposite color bishop is asking for a miracle. All the
And Scuba
games
Steve, dude, Scuba Steve and Javier are losing. That might be a huge clutch, actually,
from Zach,
for
who's 0 out of 3 right
uh,
now. So,
Zach, who was 0 out of 3 and playing somebody significantly higher rated than himself.
well, 0 for 3 right now, but all he needs
And a
is a
huge clutch
draw.
from Heartline, honestly.
I mean, Hardline as board 4, 2.5. You know, going 1.5
Especially,
against the top 2 boards.
yeah.
And now you can just make a queen. And Yeah, just like
D5 check now is the pants.
which game are you looking at, Steve? No.
Yep. No, 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 no. The opposite color bishop ending. D5 check. If pawn takes, then you have E6. If king takes, you have B7. It's a classic opposite colored bishop ending idea.
Like
And now it's drawn.
Nate's only chance is a win by flag. Okay, Lancer won by checkmate. So he takes down the undefeated Javier.
Very nice game.
Florida's still down by 2. E5 is winning for Justin. He didn't do it. Justin's still winning. So yeah, it's gonna come down to Zach's game.
Crazy that it came down to the very last one.
Still not over. Zach gonna struggle to find some like win here, but like he just has to not lose. That's all he needs.
Well, the thing is, he's like losing one of his pawns now.
No, he's not.
Oh no, he's not because there's D5 check. But will he
D5
see it?
check. D5 check.
No,
No,
he missed it.
he's
Oh
losing the
my
pawn.
god, dude. Oh lordy. He's just gonna move the bishop back and forth, I think.
As he should.
He's never moving his
As
king.
he should. Okay, now bishop c7. Save the pawn. And now bring the king in. Yep. Uh-oh.
Dude, this is getting a little bit. He's getting frisky with his king here.
Oh, there goes the b pawn. Oh. It's still completely drawn,
Dude,
but like
king c6, king d5, king e4. No, no, you gotta bring your king in.
Zach, I swear.
No, not
Zach
king
is...
e7.
So Justin won their game against Scuba Steve. So now it's 8-7.
Dude, he can't do it. He's gonna move his bishop back and forth now. He has to like bait him by playing like bishop f3 or something. Or try to win the bishop, like
Yeah, he's bringing the king back, but then the king's gonna start moving.
King c8?
King c8, hoping for
it doesn't fall for it. Dude, that was close. That was so close, man.
I mean, Zach should have won this game up 2 pawns. Definitely missed d5 discover check. That would have been huge, winning immediately on the spot. But yeah, the players, they're gaining time back on the clock. The kings very far apart. We're gonna have 50 move rule repetition.
Really, the best thing you should do is put your king on g3 here, and then pre-move the bishop from g5 to f6 and back and forth. Because then you're moving the bishop always to a square that's defended. Because here, like, you could mouse slip, man. Who knows?
Man, the end of the season for Florida. Well, no, they still play next week, but this is rough. This is hard.
So it'll be what, 8.5, 7.5?
8.5, 7.5. Final score for Santa Clara, barely beating Florida's B team. Florida trying to come back in this final round. They had some big wins against the top 2 boards, but it all came down to this board 3 here. Heartline with a huge point to get them to 8, and Zach. So, dude, Santa Clara, their bottom 2 boards clutching it out for them in round 4 when they need it most.
Bishop h5.
Bishop
Wow.
h5. Oh my goodness.
I love it, dude. Respect. Massive respect.
Just take me, he's saying.
The funny thing is, like, it's completely winning for white. But, oh.
Dude, imagine like a disconnect. 50 move rule.
There it is.
So there's the draw to win for Santa Clara. Zach's first points. A draw to win the match. 8.5, 7.5.
Zach, well played. Good job not getting baited by the bishop h5. Although I respect the extremely valiant effort there.
Yeah,
that was a fantastic match.
Just before move 50, so came down to the 50 move rule to win it. And congrats again to Santa Clara. Looks like they're gonna go to Magic Mountain. They just won themselves.
Let's go.
So they'll be playing in the finals next week. Let's see who they might be playing up against. This is Division 7. So they're going to play another California team. The other matchup is UC Santa Barbara's B team versus UC San Diego's C team. So it looks like we'll have a California matchup in the finals for D7.
Very cool.
Yeah, so Santa Barbara, I see their captain strategist is in the chat. That is a number 1 seed team. San Diego is the 5th seed, so either way, going to be a strong team.
Indeed.
And they're going to be playing for the number 1 Division 7 prize of $400 in the finals. So good luck to those teams moving forward. Florida is going to play in the division or the round 3 match against the loser of that matchup. So they still have some money on the line to fight for. But yeah, that is it for today. But we've got a lot of matches tomorrow.
A lot of
So
matches.
let's see.
Should be
There's
lit.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7, something crazy. We've got a lot of matches starting at 9 a.m. Pacific, Division 3 matchup, Northeastern versus Duke B. Definitely gonna stay and watch that one, followed by a Division 2 matchup, another Duke team versus University of Illinois. But the highlight is definitely going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific. That is a Division 1 matchup between Yale and U Chicago. So you don't want
Yo,
to miss that one. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Appreciate the love and support. We're going to send you guys off on a raid, so stick around for that. And if you're watching on YouTube, you should go watch on Twitch. All right, but yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much, and hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.
see ya.